just want to show you something. Some of my potato bushes. You can hear them all over the place. I've got like 4 or 5 floating around here. These little black and white bees, they called borer bees. And whilst they're good for the environment, they eat your roof trusses. So they are the result of my roof trusses. Are they resulting in my roof trusses getting like holes put into them? So you've got a treat for that. And if you let them lay eggs in there, then that eats your roof truss to absolute smithereens. So if you're one of the people that have these in your yard, it is time to get your roof trusses treated. Goedemorgen mensen. It's Monday morning. I need to get a little bit of gardening done. Nice and dirty over the weekend. We had kids over and playing and having fun. So yeah, there's a bit of mess. And my lawn is now getting very, very long. I've cut it a few times in between now and the last video that I put up. I think I've got at least a cut in on all sections and a couple of cuts in on this little section behind me over here. Which is cut, I'll show it to you now. It was cut 2 days ago and it's looking absolutely woos. So check that out. There's a little doggy spot that's come back in. But that is long. I measured it just now. We're sitting at about 40 odd mils. In some areas like over there where there's a little bit of like a dip there, that's like 51 little section of blades over 60 mils. And then that little back section where I ended up doing a bit of top dressing to level out, that is like all of it 60 mils. And that's why I don't just do top dressing willy-nilly. You really got to want to do it, and if you're going to do it everywhere, because then you get these uneven sections of lawn just from the difference in growth. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so there's that cut done. It's looking really tidy. One or two little spots. I'm just going to investigate a bit further there, but all in all, the lawn's looking like I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so that's trimmed, and that's untrimmed. Kidding me. Eesh. Okay, so that's the first pass done. I think that I'm going to have to do the second pass, and I haven't cut the neighbour's portion this time. I'm just too lazy for that today. But I'm leaving a bit of a snail trail, and I think I can get just slightly lower. So I'm going to do a second pass on this. Okay, so there's the roadside done. You can see the rounder patches quite nicely, but yeah, that's looking good. Okay, not a bad difference. Actually quite a lot taken off there. So this is my LM turf. Still coming out of dormancy a bit, but as these little suckers grow out, I will nab them off and it will green up nicely. But yeah, there's a 3-finger difference in length over there. So yeah, let's get to the rest. inside section done. Call it the front yard. That's where the sprinkler is. There. I set slightly lower than what I should have, and I've got a bit of, well, not a bit of uneven ground. I've got a hole there where the sprinkler is, and I did sprinkler repairs now coming out of winter, so I haven't patched that back up again with sand. Stuck the tire into the hole, and bam, there I've got myself a little bit of a cutaway that I didn't want. But yeah, there's the rest of the LM, looking pretty good. There's that patch that I told you about where the sprinklers don't get, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of extra manual watering over there, and then that has grown in a lot already. I'm looking at it now, quite happy with that. Around the beds, because this bed was moved about 30 centimeters. We've got maybe 10 centimeters left for growth before it hits the paving again, which will be quite nice. And then I just need to get the paving in there properly. And there where it's growing into the shade is taking a little bit longer than I wanted to, but still quite good, I think. Anyway, there's front yard. I would say I'm giving it 2 weeks and then it should be where I want it. I'm not going to do any edges today because it is hot outside. Okay, so I've decided I am going to mow the section behind me. I'm just going to take the bin off the mower. I don't want to sort of cart seeds back and forth with me. There's going to be way too much for me to catch or to pick up on now and dispose of. My bin is already full from that front section. And this, I think it can do with just leaving a few clippings on it every now and then. It's not a bad idea to do that with a Kikuyu every now and then. You do get a little bit of extra nitrogen deposit from the decomposing grass that just sits on top. And I have been using it actually to fill up, so all the old matter I'm using to fill up holes in some of the deeper section, that back end of the yard. So I'll take those grass clippings, chuck them in the holes, leave them there, they decompose, fill up a bit of space, cover that with sand. It seems to grow in quite nicely, and there's a bit of nutritional value there as well. And at this time of the year it does decompose nicely. Over the winter it does nothing. So yeah, I'm going to mow the section. Okay, so that's that little section tidied up. Looking pretty good. Loads of leaves from these blooming trees. And yeah, now for the rest. Now that I've cut a bit shorter than I should have, that's what the Kikuyu is looking like so far. Still got a bit of work to do. Still got to sort out this dryness, but I think I know how to fix that. I ran out of wetting agent some time back. I ended up using car wash because it doesn't have any antibacterial agents in it, so I figured that's much less harmful to the microbial activity if it's not antibacterial. So dish soaps and hand soaps and that kind of thing are generally antibacterial, especially the stuff you're finding these days. And yeah, so I chucked the car wash down here to give you an idea. I chucked some car wash down here and it worked like a bomb. It didn't cause me any grief. In fact, that's now growing without a sprinkler on it, much faster than that with a poor sprinkler on it. The rest of the lawn's doing very well. So yeah, a couple of fake stripes there, that's just grass deposit, but it's fun to look at. Standing on my lawnmower. Yeah, there it is. I think if I get some iron and nitrogen on there, I should be able to green up soon. But I think that it's more a case of re-establishment. I'm still sitting with a little bit of winter here, but so far I'm very, very happy. I think that is me for today. I'm knackered tired. I'll add some bits and pieces in here if I feel that was necessary, but yeah, thanks again for watching. It's just more of a catch-up video, and the fact that I had to get a mow down. Okay, I'm being silly. Let me show you the Kikuyu up close. So that's pretty much what I'm sitting with. My blade needs some sharpening, but getting there. Blade needs sharpening, and or I need to buy a real mower. Hello, Charlie.